Well, hello folks. Tony here in my little bit of paradise, Colombia. And good afternoon to you. As you know, I was away for a couple of days getting medical treatment, but I'm back. And while I was away, I thought about a few things I wanted to share with you folks as to moving here to Colombia. Maybe even a few notes. Okay. Now, here are the ideas that I had. This is from my perspective, nobody else, just my perspective. And some of you agree with me, great. This has been my experience, my perspective, okay? What you need when moving here to Colombia, as far as money is concerned, about $1,500 US monthly, okay? $1,500 US monthly. As far as clothing, casual clothing, not cotton, because you'd sweat in cotton, but shirts, walking shorts, tennis shoes, and other casual shoes. That's pretty much your life's going to be casual living. Now, something else, you don't need to buy a car living here in Cali, at least. You can walk, there's the bus, and buy a motorcycle. There's about 50% of the people here use motorcycles, and even though they have a car. Personally, I walk. Or if it's far enough, I'll take the bus. That's me. Okay? And most people I see are doing the same thing. In fact, I got my idea of walking and taking the bus from other people. Okay? Now, food for an American. Exchanging dollars for pesos, the ratio is usually 3 to 1. So it is beneficial to go to an ATM and get money out that way. Like I go to the ATM once a month and I take out so much money to live on in pesos. Not dollars, but in pesos. When I go back home, look at my account on the computer, it's very inexpensive, less than what I figured it would be. So that's good, 3 to 1 ratio. Now, eating in restaurants, that's the thing. Restaurant eating is good economically here. Whether it be American food, Chinese food, or even Colombian food, it's all here. It's all good and it's very economical. You won't go poor if you want to eat out all the time, like you could in America, or maybe some other country, wherever you might be from, depending upon it, there being an English-speaking country that you're from. Work, okay, that's a good question. I would not come here looking for work, and usually Americans come here to retire, or other people from other English-speaking countries come here to retire. That's basically what it's all about. You come here to retire and enjoy the land. Now, shopping for clothes. Here's a good one. You can find expensive clothes stores here, but better buy where the Colombians shop. Even though the higher income people are here, still they shop economically, where the normal people who don't have money would shop. There are several malls here that have very expensive shops, and they have the shops that everybody else goes to. And I find myself going to the everyday department store or shop. Okay, here's a good one. Vacations here in Colombia. Depends on what you like. Mountains or the ocean. The ocean, you have Santa Marta, was another one I'm going back to, or Cartagena or Barranquilla, that I'm aware of anyway. Now, for mountains, there you need to be careful, because delinquent groups live, work, and patrol those areas, and when they see an American tourist, it spells money to them in their minds, and bad things can happen. Now, I remember this experience years ago. My sister-in-law had a farm up in the mountains, so we traveled up in the mountains for a day, and it was nice. Oh, it was beautiful. But excuse my expression, my stupid idiot, and I'm laughing when I say that, brother-in-law. Well, everybody, we're here with my gringo, as they call it, gringo brother-in-law from America. Wrong thing to do. As soon as he said that, all the neighbors knew there was a gringo here, there was an American here. This is long before I ever moved here. And then my mother-in-law thought about it. She looked at even the people who were keeping the house clean, looked at each other, and they just shook their heads. And they said something to my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law said, "We can't stay here tonight." And my brother-in-law said, "Why? Why not?" She said, "Because you said there was a gringo here, and this is the mountains. And you have delinquents up here. If they know you're here, they'll try to rob you or kidnap you for a ransom. So we can't stay here. We have to go back down to Cali." So, before the evening was finished, we were in the truck, or in the car, going back down, coming back down here to Cali. So, it's not advisable to go up into the mountains as a tourist. If you're Colombian, no problem. But American, and try not to sound like you're American. If you speak Spanish, try not to use expressions that would give you away. I find myself here in Cali speaking Spanish, but you can tell by my linguistics that I'm not a Colombian. They said, "Where are you from? Don't just stop." I said, "Oh, okay." And then they try their best to speak a little bit with English, saying no. But they can tell right away that you're not Spanish once you open your mouth and start talking. So tourists, beware of the mountains. Okay? I just suggest stay away from the tourist areas. And pretty much that's all I have here in my notes that I wrote down to speak to people about. And by the way, I hope everyone on the screen presses subscribe on the right and taps like on the left. That way I'll know that you like what you're hearing, and I'll continue to share information with you. Well, that's all I have now, unless there's something else that I've forgotten. Oh yes, you need to get an ID here to live here. They call it a cedular. Not cellular like a phone, but cedular. C-E-D-U-L-A-R, cedular. That's the government ID with your picture on it. Shows your name, your age, and all that. It doesn't tell them where you live, just that you're in Colombia. And wherever you go, you need to show that ID because it has an ID number, your personal ID number on that ID. So if you go into a department store and use a credit card, they'll ask you for your ID. If you're going on the road and stopped by police, they'll ask you for your ID. Every place you go, you need an ID. I have a passport and an ID, but I leave my passport at home and I carry my ID with me. So that's something you need to remember. And what else? I can't think of too much more right now. As I think about things, I'll mention them to you. So, I guess for now, that's just about it. I'm going to look at some other videos here. One of my friends has a channel, and enjoy his. And by the way, all those who have viewed my channel, thank you very, very much for viewing my channel. I really appreciate that. It gives me encouragement to keep going with the channel. The more people who touch subscribe and like, the more I'll know people like it. And great. I think I've only been on, have this channel for maybe a week and a half or two at the most. Yeah, I have a lot of people viewing. Please, I thank you for viewing, but press subscribe and press like. That way I'll know that you really are enjoying what you're hearing. Well now, I have been talking for pretty much 10 minutes, so I guess I'll end my talking until I have something more entertained to say. Sorry about that, but I don't want to bore you to death. So that's all for right now. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Today is a holiday here in Colombia. I don't know what the holiday is, but usually the holidays here end up being religious holidays, that's cool. I'm not up to religion, but we all respect the fact that you have a day off because of the religious holiday. So, let me see, anything else? Anything that I'm forgetting about? So I hope you enjoyed the video that I took yesterday of the family here, for the family. My family on Father's Day, that's what it was, on Father's Day. It was the last video that I uploaded yesterday, just before this one. So that's it for now. Talk to you later. Ciao, friends.